Hey there, it's Paul Omahony here, and today we're going to talk about people who are interested in becoming an entrepreneur or running a business but just don't have an idea. Okay, so just before we get started, if you find today's topic interesting and you want to dig in a little bit deeper, feel free to go to rethinksocialmedia.com, where we have a free training where I can get into this topic in more detail for you and you can look at this. Now, I'm delighted, first of all, by the way, if this is a question that's resonating with you, that you're thinking, yeah, you know what, I wouldn't mind having a business. I like this idea of being an entrepreneur or, solopreneur and someone that can just set up a business, but I just don't know where to start. I just don't have an idea. And also, one of the problems that people will have is there's so much conflicting information out there about where to start, what you should do. So let me give you some examples. Now, if you think about this as a business owner or a business owner who is in the making, one of the reasons why a lot of people hesitate is because there are so many failures out there. 90 to 96% of new businesses are going to fail. So when you look at what the key things that are taught in business school to business owners, that should help us realign where you should be focusing on to guarantee that whatever you do has the best possible chance of success. Okay? So having a great idea, figuring out what people need, making sure that you're passionate about whatever it is, and then turning it into a product so that it can be sold day and night, are usually four of the key pillars that you're taught about business when you're creating them. And that's why I totally get that when you're thinking about a business, the first thing that people think is, I need a great business idea, something that people really need. And I want to make sure I'm passionate about it, or, what's the point? And, that's the common thought process that we do have around business. Now, I'm here to make you rethink that idea, or at least introduce you to a slightly different version of this, because what I have found with a decade in business is that if you go after a brand new idea and it's focused on what people need and it's because you're passionate about it, for me that's a recipe for failure. Right? And it shouldn't be a surprise that over 90% of businesses fail when they're being taught these things, and this is exactly how they start out in business, following these sort of guidelines. So let's think about that for a moment. Why would you even consider setting up an idea that's unproven? Right? Why would you go after it? Because your business is a skill. It's a series of skills, and it's difficult. No doubt about it, it's difficult. You can make it easier on yourself, of course, but overall business is difficult. And if you're going to start out in a business with an unproven idea, you've just taken business which is difficult anyway and just made it 10 to 100 times more difficult. Because business with a proven idea is tricky, but business with an unproven idea is next to impossible. The key to a successful business is not ultimately the product, it's about how well you market and sell that product. People really need to want this product or service that you have. So what I would suggest you do is, rather than focusing on a great idea about what people need, is focus on what do people want right now and what are people buying right now. What specific solution can I provide to these people, either as myself or by promoting other people's products, to enable me to ease my way into business. What I'd like to show you is how you can have a 99% plus chance of aligning the stars in a way that you are doing the things that are giving you the best chance of success. So, what problems do people have all over the world? What are the common problems that people have? And why do I start with that question? Well, basically, business is about solving solutions at a profit, solving problems at a profit, okay? Providing solutions at a profit. So if we want to provide solutions, we want to first of all work out what are the most profound problems that people have all over the globe, and generally they can be broken down into health, wealth, and happiness. Health, wealth, and happiness. So I suggest, if you're starting out with a new business, to make sure that you are in one of those specific areas. You're going to help people get healthier, or wealthier, or happier. Now, there are lots of benefits of choosing one of these three. First of all, you don't need to be the expert. There are literally hundreds of thousands of proven products that are for sale right now in these particular areas that you can partner up with completely for free and promote the top businesses, products and services in those areas immediately. Now, in this video, I'm not going to show you how to do that technically. You can go to rethinksocialmedia.com to find out how to do that. But this is basically the concept that we should be familiar with from a young age. When you went to a shop with your parents and you were maybe 3 or 4 years of age, and you went to buy milk and some washing up liquid and cornflakes and whatever it was, you knew that the shop owner wasn't milking the cows out the back, and she wasn't making the cornflakes from the field out the back and manufacturing the cornflakes and then making the washing up powder or washing up liquid beside that. You understood that she was selling other businesses' products. And this is a concept that adults, for some reason, seem to find difficult to grasp, even though it was very easy for us to understand as children. But that's all we're talking about, is you can promote the best products in the world completely free of charge, and you get paid a commission on any sales that are made. And this is such an easy, no-risk entry point into business, especially if you're going into the fields of health, wealth, and happiness, where people are looking for these solutions constantly. Okay, so that's the first thing, is I would look in one of those areas. Now, if you're drawn to one of those because you quite value one of those areas, perfect. That might be a good one for you to start in. Then what I would suggest is, once you've chosen which of those you're going to choose, and make it just one only to begin with, then you start to look at what are the best-selling products that are out there at this point in time in those particular areas. What are the expert businesses and the expert leaders in those fields currently promoting? Because I want you to get an idea and a feel for the products that are being promoted. But at the same time, I want you to avoid a mistake that's so common for business owners, which is, I don't want you to be product focused within your business. I want you to become solution oriented. Okay? Solution oriented versus product focused. There's a huge difference. Solution means that you can provide any amount of products or any amount of services for years to come. Product-oriented means you're focused on one particular product which, without doubt, is going to expire. It's going to be disrupted. Something else is going to come in that will either be cheaper, better, faster, and that product will just expire and no longer be of value to clients. So that's why we want you to think solution-focused. Look at the top products that are for sale today, but you can always move on to other products later once you're focusing on the solution, on being happier, healthier, wealthier, rather than the specific product. Okay, and it's a key distinction that's setting you up for success with business. And this is why we choose health, wealth, and happiness. Because they are the perfect niches to allow you to promote solutions as opposed to products. And let me explain. Have you ever met somebody that's happy and says, right, that's it, I'm done with happiness now, I'm going to have a decade of sadness, right? I don't think so. The same with somebody that's healthy, right? They've got to a point in their lives where they're extremely healthy right now. Are they going to say, well, that's it, I'm done with health. I'm planning on becoming unfit for the next 5 years, and let's see how that goes, right? Of course that doesn't happen. The healthier they are, the more addictive it becomes, and the more money they're likely to spend on the latest training program, on the latest products that are out there in that particular arena. I've never met a person ever that's totally happy with their health. They're always looking to get to the next level. And the more highly trained they are, the more keen they are on getting to the next level. And exactly the same with wealth. You know, you're not going to meet people that say, right, that's it, I'm done with wealth now, it's time for the poverty years, right? Wealth, just like health and happiness, is addictive. You want more and more and more, and you continue to learn more, you continue to spend more and invest more in order for you to grow more. And that's why we choose these areas. Not only are they global problems that people have, no matter where you are on the planet, they're also addictive. The more you do, the better you become at them, the more, just like the dopamine that can be released when you take specific chemicals and specific pharmaceuticals, the brain reacts in the same way. The healthier, the wealthier, and the happier you become, that it wants more, it becomes addictive, and it triggers your brain to start looking for solutions that can help you achieve more of this. So that's why those 3 areas are so powerful for you to get started in, because it means you can be in this business forever. People are always going to look for those things, and businesses are going to constantly keep coming out with the latest and greatest product and service that will fit into your specific solution-oriented business. So instead of you panicking and worrying about, I don't have a great idea, I just don't know what to do, I don't know what to sell, completely switch it around. Find out what are the best-selling products, what are the best-selling services, how do I get them in front of the people who are looking for these right now. And by doing that and matchmaking those, you have a business that's based on foundations that are never going to change. because people are always going to have problems, and business owners are always struggling to get new clients in the door. So if you focus on finding the people who have the problems on the likes of different social networks, and then you search for what are the best-selling products in that particular area right now, and you master the art of matchmaking, you are in a business that's going to have timeless opportunity for you. So set yourself up for success, plan that from the outset, and you really are going to be in a position where you de-risk yourself and you're going to have a phenomenal business moving forward, provided you follow guidance step by step of somebody who's done this before. Okay, now if you found this interesting and you'd like a friend or family member to watch this also, please feel free to share the video, tag somebody else into the video and like the video. And also I'd love to see your comments below and get back to those as well. So I'll see you in a video very, very soon.